Okay, what about relieving tension generally?
Tennis ball, actually.
Tennis ball.
Most people have tennis balls around their home. They might have to get it from the dog, but they have tennis balls around their home, and I actually have one with me.
Oh, you just happen to have one in your pocket?
I just happen to have one in my pocket. And what you actually do is you put it on the ground with the shoe off and just stand on it on about 4 different points on the bottom of the foot. And that actually helps to, by releasing the foot, you actually help to release the whole body.
Where are the 4 different points on the foot? How do we learn about those?
Should I demonstrate for you?
Yes, if you can.
Okay. So you start up at the toe with the heel down so that you have your balance. And you hold it for about a minute or so, and then move it down just a little bit underneath that point, and the same thing. And you're putting enough pressure so that you can actually feel the tension releasing. And again, breathing through it instead of holding the breath. And then go to the middle arch, which for most people is very tender spot.
Oh, yes, it is too.
Very tender spot. And then going down to the heel.
Of course, all these points, when they're tender, it does mean that there's a little bit of tension there, doesn't there?
Right.
Which you have to sort of work through.
Right, correct.
That's a great idea. I can imagine that being quite soothing.
Yes, it works really well, and if they do it on a regular basis, they actually can feel changes happening, and their posture becomes better, and they notice more energy and all sorts of things.
I was just going to sit over and like this and realise that there was no arm on the chair. Now, what about combating a cold? I know you've got a sort of a little remedy for that too.
Yes, well, there's a great point. It's actually in the elbow, so if I'll put my tennis ball back in my pocket. So if you bring your arm in and just take the thumb, and you're actually pressing into the crease. And I wish I could show them because it would probably be easier on the skin. But if you press in here...
so anywhere in that little area?
Yes, right inside. You're actually pressing underneath the tendon in there.
Right.
So it's sometimes quite tender. And they just press in there and hold it for about a minute or so and do both sides. And that actually helps stimulate the immune system. So it's quite good. And for me, it's a barometer for how I'm doing. If it's really sore, I might be a bit run down, and I need to rest a bit more. So it's a good point to check.
It hurts a bit more on that side than it did on the other side.
Sometimes one side hurts. Well, sometimes one side's sore than the other side.
But you're a bit sort of using this side more or whatever.
One side might be more blocked up than the other side.
What about cranky kids? Because I'm sure there are mums out there and dads out there who have kids who occasionally are cranky.
Well, this one is for cranky kids or anybody. It's actually very easy. Similar to the hold there. One hand on the forehead and one hand on the tummy. Right. And it's wonderful for kids to help them calm down, help them sleep. It's great. I have lots of clients that I help sleep with this, and it calms the stomach. So it's quite good for upset tummies.
You don't have to do this, do you?
No.
Rub this and you know, the thing we used to do is on the head and on the tummy and do it around the wrong way.
No, so just holding it.
It's really a gentle hold.
Very gentle hold, and breathing at the same time. And if they want to on a child, they can gently rock the belly when they're doing it, and that's really nice and soothing. And that will help them. I've had people come back and say, oh, my child was crying for hours, and I did this for 5 minutes, and they went right to sleep.
Where can people find out more about this? Are there books available? I know there are a couple of seminars, which I'll tell people about in a moment, but apart from that, if someone's home today and would like to learn more about this, how do they do that?
Well, the book with the acupressure is called Acupressure Way of Health by Iona Teagarden. Her husband actually taught me in America. And then there's some books on energy balancing, polarity, so they can find that in different stores.
At a health shop or specifically?
Yes, or aquarium bookstores or different bookshops that have a variety of different books for natural therapies.
All right, then. That's really interesting stuff, isn't it? And I will come out and, as you said in the commercial break, you'd like me to come out and have a little session with you, and I will do that because I find it very interesting, all that sort of thing. It's a good way to go, I think.
And if people would like to come see me, I will actually be at a big festival called Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. It will be in Melbourne the 7th to the 10th of November, and in Sydney the 14th to the 17th, and I'll be running a workshop a week after that, so people can come and experience my work and see what I do, or have a private session with me if they'd like, because I'm in Sydney.
Terrific. Okay. Well, nice meeting you this morning, Laurie. I'll give everyone a phone number where they can call you.
Fantastic.
And I will come out. I'll take you up on that.
Great. Thank you very much.
Laurie Levin this morning, and thanks, my love. And if you are interested, you can sit there for a minute, in learning more about acupressure. Laurie is having, as she said, a series of seminars in Sydney and Melbourne, and you can call Sydney to find out, 02 214 0529 for further information. Next, it is Tonya time, but now Shop Talk and another winning woman tips the scales at Gloria Marshall's.